Everybody, welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Oh boy. That last episode was a bit interesting, for sure. You guys didn't have to see as much because, well, I mean, I had to censor it, but other way, you know. But yeah, I just want to remind you guys that this is a blind run. I don't plan to look up a guide or anything. So I will probably not know what I'm doing the entire time. And I really don't want anyone to drop any hints or anything, because that would kind of spoil it for me. So just letting you guys know that ahead of time before we get too far into this. So anyway, there's no gym teacher in this school, but that hasn't stopped some shameless individual from putting physical education on our schedule. I think there's like only one teacher, isn't there? A healthy spirit dwells in a healthy body. It's easy to laugh these words off as a relic of a baby boomer generation's Neanderthal obsession with building character through guts and willpower. But, in fact, it seems there actually is a good amount of scientific data linking moderate physical exercise to positive psychotropic effects. I mean, it's endorphins, but okay. Personally, having been brought up with simplistic lesson that basic physical strength decides things in the end, I don't have any objections to moving my body. That said, Mane's pointlessly powerful voice resounds across the field. In response, there's a vaguely apathetic chorus of "yeah" from her classmates. An unenthusiastic "yeah" from the transparently disinterested Michiru. A dopey "yos" from Makina, unintentionally draining all shred of motivation from all who hear it. A vigorous "yeah" from Sachi, who's taking everything seriously as always, but her voice cracks shrilly at the clearly unfamiliar exercise. And finally, a stone silence from Sakaki, who's sulking like a prideful middle schooler forced to participate in a children's athletic meet. The only one of the bunch with really any energy would be Amane, thrusting her fist toward the heavens from her position on the mound. As for me, without the beginning of a clue as to what's about to take place here, I'm staring absent-mindedly up at the sky. How are you doing today, everybody? It's okay. Hey, Amane.
Oh,
they're playing baseball. I forgot how cute the GBs are in this game. Why are you so ridiculously fired up?
うちの子たちってなんでかみんなインドア派っていうか体を動かすのが嫌いな子が多くてね。こうしてから元気でテンション上げていかないとなかなかやる気出さないのよ。なんだ貴様ら！どいつもこいつも青秒炭みたいな顔しやがって気合を入れろ！ジジイのファックの方がまだ気合が入っているこの腐れま
Whoa! Magina, please! Jeez! Was not expecting that at all. Well, seems like we've got someone exploding with a weird sort of drill sergeant energy at least.
ちょっと待っててね。マキナ、ちょっとこっちおいで。
Mane seizes Makina's head from above like a basketball. I always thought that as baseball for some reason, and forcibly carries her off into the shadows.
マキナ、元気なのはいいけど、言葉遣い気をつけようねっていつも言ってるよね。わかりましたか？
I don't know how to feel about that voice.
そんなにしたらマキナ壊れちゃうのよさ。ラメ
What are you doing to her?
だからラメって言っちゃダメだぞ。
Why is that word off limits? Mane's voice somehow manages to be both sickly sweet and ice cold. It's enough to send shivers down my spine. Mucking is bitter. Heart-rending screams don't help either. I think Amani's trying to maintain a relatively kind tone of voice, but she's actually more frightening as a result. It crosses my mind that this could very well be described as bullying. But considering the current climate of hypersensitivity towards such matters, I'll refrain from voicing any hasty conclusions.
どうでもいいけど、やるならさっさと始めましょうよ。時間なくなるわよ。
She's ready to use the bat. And Sakaki just... Yep, that's about accurate. That's fine by me, but what exactly is it that we're doing?
いつものスポーツでしょ。バカバカしい。どうして私がこんなことに付き合わなければいけないのかしら。
It's just sports. You see, she's got a sports bat and I've got a sports ball. So she's got to throw this. Someone's got to throw the sports ball at the sports bat. Then we'll do the sports thing. And then when the sports thing is done, we can all go home. That's how sports thing works. That's sports. You know? I guess she doesn't get it. I don't know. Sports? I don't get it. Oh my god. I was hoping for more specific details, but playing sports in gym class hardly seems ridiculous. More like completely commonplace.
それは私からご説明しましょう。
Yes, please, Sachi. Before that, I've got an unrelated question, if that's alright.
はい、どうぞ。
Why are you the only one in the maid uniform?
はい。
Don't give me that, like, totally nonplussed look. For a second, you almost convinced me that I'm the strange one here.
あ、この服ですか？よくご覧になれば一目瞭然かと存じますが、ご覧の通り、これは体操用のメイド服で。
I didn't know there was. I guess I didn't pay attention to the last time she was in a maid costume. Or clothes, I guess. I didn't know there was a difference. Sorry, let's move on. Shouldn't have asked. My mistake. The strangest thing here wasn't her clothes. It was me expecting anything resembling common sense from a student at this school. Okay, so what exactly does sports involve here?
ですね。なんと言いますか、種目の名前はないんですよ。キックベースのような、サッカーのような、ソフトボールのような、ドッジボールのような。
This is baseball from the looks of it so far.
それらすべての要素を加味した新ジャンルとでも言いますか。
What kind of an extreme sport is that? All I got out of your description is that there's probably a ball involved.
はい、使用するのはバレーのボールです。
What? You're gonna hit with a bat? What? Said she hands me a large round ball she's been holding on to.
このボールをあそこのピッチャーマウンドから投げまして、バッターボックスに立った打者が手にしたバットでそれを打ちます。
They hit a volleyball with a bat.
はい。打球が内野に転がったら、打者は一塁へ向かって走ります。
This is baseball. It's baseball.
守備側は打球をキャッチして走者に向かって思いっきりボールを投げつけます。それが走者に当たったらアウトです。スリーアウトでチェンジです。
Oh, never mind. I don't think you actually try to nail the person with the baseball in baseball. This is like, it's baseball, but oh no, it's okay, no. I see the kickball elements now. Although this is probably more akin to dodgeball than kickball. What if someone catches the ball on the fly?
それもアウトです。その辺は野球に近いかもしれないですね。
When and why did this strange game come into fashion?
別に流行ってるわけじゃないわよ。ただうちの学校って今まで学生が5人しかいなかったから、何をやるにしても人数が足りなかったのよ。
I mean, yeah, that's a good point, but you could still play a few, like actual volleyball.
それにソフトボールをやりたいとか、ドッジボールがいいとか、いろいろと意見が分かれまして。
Oh, gotcha. So you ended up just doing them all at once. Was this your doing, Sakaki?
そうやって何でもかんでも私のせいにしないでほしいわね。
That face is honestly kind of fitting for her.
もう確かに言い出したのは私だけれど。
Then don't complain when I blame you.
いつまで経っても意見の一致が見られないから。だったら全部やればいいと言っただけよ。別に全てをいっぺんにやれと言った覚えはないわ。それよりもルールが理解できたのならさっさと始めてほしいのだけれど。
What about Amane and Makina?
いるわよここに。
Oh.
引っこ抜けっかと思ったのよさ。
Rip what off? What exactly? There we go doing it again.
首とか魂とか。
Oh, okay. Amane.
何よ、教育でしょ。この子ってば注意してあげないとどんどん汚い言葉を覚えてバンバン使いたがるんだから。
Are you her mother or what? And so, after 15 minutes of wasted time, with Amane's second shot of, alright, let's do this, our bewildering match of Mystery Extreme Sports begins. Through the impartial results of rock, paper, scissors matches, the teams are divided as follows. Bear team, really bear team. Suamane is the pitcher, catcher is Saki Yumiko, and the fielder is Itisa Makina. Rabbit team is Kazumi Yuji is pitcher, catcher is Kamine Sachi, and the fielder is Masushima Michiru. We have Michiru, oh god. Our rabbit team ends up being first to bat. Oh god, that's just a funny looking thing to see, I guess. The leadoff batter dons a softball helmet, grabs a colorful metal bat, and takes her place in the batter box.
よーし、かかってきなさい。
With a grating high-pitched shout, Michiru thrusts her bat out to point at the pitcher's mound, where Amane's settling into her stance with the volleyball in hand. What's this? Considering how apathetic she was, Michiru's gotten surprisingly into it now that the game has started.
ええ、みちる様は何と言いますか。とりあえず何でも嫌ってみて、何にでも面倒くさがってみるところから始める人なんですけど、いざ始まってしまえば一番ムキになる方ですから。
Huh. I see. But I'm willing to bet that she's also the first one to get bored.
ご明察です。
That little Sachi TV up top's adorable. Unaware of the critical analysis she's receiving from her teammates, Michiru takes a few vigorous practice swings, then glares up at Amane.
前回の借り、今日こそ返してあげるわ。あー、なんだっけ。おめえ挽回。ちょっと言い間違えただけでしょ。人の小さなミスをそうやっていつまでもネチネチと、もう。
Smug face on her right now. Watching Michiru stamp her feet in frustration in the batter's box, I whispered to Sachi, who's sitting next to me on the bench. So, what happened last time?
はい、前回の授業でみちる様は天音さんから1点も取ることができなかったんです。
That would explain the smug.
それでまあ試合終了後に大きな声で、このおめえはいつか挽回するから覚えていなさいと。
Ah. Disgrace tends to be something you want to repay, not regain. I guess the words are kind of similar. Michiru must have gotten all excited and shouted out a garbled sentence before she even knew what she was saying. Sounds like me sometimes. Just a thought here. Maybe might Michiru be something of an idiot?
私の口からは何とも申し上げにくいです。
It's okay, Sachi.
そこ聞こえてるわよ。ごちゃごちゃうるさい。
Peanut gallery? What? Yeah, sorry. Didn't intend to distract you. We'll keep quiet. So please regain as much disgrace as you like.
だからおめえは返上するもので挽回するものじゃないのよ。
As Michiru screeches like a drugged monkey and brandishes her bat overhead, Amane's first pitch sails over the plate.
ストライク
Oof.
こらずるいわよ
The smug face just... I look at this frustration. Saki's just like, I don't want to be here. And then Amane with the smuggest grin on her face. It's just like, got her.
なんもずるないわ。試合はもう始まってんねん。屈辱だ。
Receiving the return throw from Saki, Amane carefully finds her foothold on the pitcher's mound, a fearless smile on her face.
ほら、第2球行くわよ。来い。
With that intense shout, Michiru takes firm hold of her bat and fixedly watches Amane's pitching motion. Looking closely, Michiru's got the position of her hands on the bat reversed. But if I mention that now, I get the feeling her only response would be, shut it. I guess I'll just watch over her gallant paddle with a silent respect. Not to mention, I think yeah, now that I am looking at it, she's holding it backwards. But at the same time, volleyball is kind of a big ball to hit with a baseball bat. I don't think that you're going to get much success out of that. Amane twists her long limbs into a sidearm motion, and the volleyball soars towards the squatting Sakaki's hands at an ideal velocity and angle. With an explosion of energy, Michiru swings her bat at full force, but tragically she cuts through empty air a good 10 centimeters above the top of the ball, her blonde twin tails swinging aimlessly behind her.
2ストライク
Oof. Michiru slams her bat on the home plate in a towering rage.
あと1球よ、みちるちゃん。ちゃんって言うな。子供扱いしないでよ。次こそは打つ。この日のために編み出した伝説の打法が。
Yeah, it's legendary. All right with that, with the way you're gripping the bat. Hey, Michiru.
何よ。
You've got your hands wrong.
はあ
You're batting right, so your right hand should be on top. You've got it backward.
知ってるわよ。わざとよ。どう持つのよ。
How do I hold it? You're obviously clueless. Hold it with your right fist higher on the bat, your left fist below.
そういうことはもっと早く言いなさいよ。なんなのよもう。
Michiru, please.
ねえ、続けていいの？いいわよ。いつでも来なさいよ。もう少し待ちなさいよ。どっちなの？来い。
Okay. As Michiru bears her fighting spirit, Amane's face briefly suggests a dubious, "Are you sure about that?" But she's not the type to think too hard about this sort of thing. Her expression soon gives way to a smirking grin.
んじゃあ、全力でいくよ。
Forcefully swinging the ball up in her right hand, Amane takes a step forward on the mound, throwing the movement of her entire body into the pitch. The ball flies out of Amane's hand, whistling through the air directly at its target, which is Michiru.
みちる様、危ない。
That's gonna hit her.
想定通りよ。
Uh-oh. Michiru, anticipating the beanball, pulls back half a step with her pivot leg and swings her bat in a wide arc.
くらえ。伝説のピッチャー返し。
Does she hit it, though? Michiru's vigorous stroke of the bat catches the ball beautifully in the sweet spot, sending it flying back toward Amane on the mound.
あれは伝説のピッチャー返しです。
Well, that's what she screamed, so I would assume so. Exactly where and how this thing became a legend is a question for another day. The ball rushes straight back toward Amane, who's still in an awkward position from releasing her pitch. That thing's gonna hit her. Or so I thought for a split second. Amane nimbly recovers and takes a firm stance as the ball approaches her.
必殺ピッ
Oh god, incoming. Turning to the side, she swings back with her left elbow and unleashes a firm right-hand fist stab in model karate form. Did she literally just punch it? With a resounding thud, the ball is sent flying back toward where Michiru stands in the batter box. What is this game? Michiru fires it right back. Oh god, it's just gonna get worse. Right off the bat, we already find ourselves in a deadlock, or rather, what the hell is this development? I'm sort of reminded of those martial arts matches where both fighters run into the center of the ring at the first gong, stop dead, and just start bashing away at each other. But where do things go from here? Are they planning to repeat pitcher paybacks until one of them runs out of steam? I can't read the next move. It's a strange game. There's no apparent path to victory for either side. Oi, Sachi.
はい、なんでしょう。
What exactly is a pitcher pack?
さあ、おそらくですけど、マキちゃんは舌が短いので、ピッチャー返しと言おうとしてセリフを噛んだだけかと。
I see. Oh god, that's 7. Sparks continue to fly as the battle to the death between the mound and the batter's box continues along its repetitive course. But I mean, what exactly are they getting all worked up over? It's too damn hot for this. But I suppose women have their own battles that must be fought to the bitter end. This is clearly a contest between two truly indomitable spirits. By the way, Sachi.
はい、なんでしょう。
Just how long is this futile exchange going to continue?
さあ、おそらくはどちらかが諦めるか飽きるかするまでだと思いますけど。
Truly a thrilling edge of your seat battle of the wills. Mind if I use this opportunity to go buy a drink?
あ、私が買ってきましょうか。
No, think I'll get it myself this time. At my words, Sachi skewers me with a searching glare.
まさか、榊さんみたいにジュースを買いに行くって言って、そのまま帰ってこないつもりじゃないですよね。ダメですよ。
Oh, she caught us, apparently. As the thought, damn she saw through me, runs through my head, I make eye contact with Sakaki, who is still crouched behind the plate.
なんなの？こっちを見ないでくれる？
So there was a previous offender, huh?
うるさいわね。こんなの時間の浪費だわ。
I mean, considering the other 4 people are just kind of sitting here watching 2 people duke it out between a over a volleyball and a baseball bat. Well, can't argue with that. So we resign ourselves to watch over their battle to the end, with the calm glances of the elderly, watching their overly energetic grandchildren skip rope with all their might. But just as I'm beginning to think that this fiery clash of pride between Michiru and Mane might truly never end, the conclusion arrives in an unexpected form. Oh god. Uh-oh. Hey, Sachi.
はい、なんでしょう。
What does that just now signify?
さあ、おそらくですけれど、天音さんが足を滑らせて足首をくじいた音ではないでしょうか。
Ooh, I see. Wait, should that be my reaction here? So, isn't that kind of bad?
やばいですか？
Sachi stares blankly at me for a moment. After a beat, her eyes widen and her mouth springs open. That was such a delayed reaction. As we hurriedly jump off the bench, Makina is already rushing over to Amane, who's currently writhing on the mound. I don't think she's going to die here. Although it might look like a slapstick comedy scene if you squint, the atmosphere is actually pretty tense. Until a burst of out-of-place laughter breaks it. Michiru points toward the mound with her right hand, her left hand resting on her hip. Her proud face, the image of woman triumph. Oh, okay. She's pretty much winded. Should you really be striking a victory pose right now? You're completely burned out yourself. Bring me oxygen. Her faint voice abruptly failing her altogether, Michiru's body begins to shake violently. She collapses to her knees on the spot with a thump. She just goes straight English there. Michiru scatters sparkling vomit onto the ground with a sickling gurgle. Would this be the so-called double KO? So, Sachi, in this case, can we declare the one who stands up inside the 10 count the winner? Roger. Is that a sprain or is that a break? Probably shouldn't try to stand. If the bone's broken, the pressure might make it break the skin. Look, just stay put. Let me see your foot. Amane, supported by our hands, slowly shifts to a sitting position on the mound. Whoops. I forgot that's what right click does. I take her right leg in my hand and lift it up. What was that? Oh, okay, that's what it was. And lift it up to take a look. It's not any worse than I expected. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be a fracture. But there is red swelling beginning around the joint. It doesn't seem to be broken, but a sprain? Well, if we're unlucky, might be a partial fracture. Either way, it's the infirmary for you. Can you stand? Don't put weight on your right foot. Just get yourself onto my back. Don't give me that. It's not so bad right now because you're pumped full of adrenaline from the shock. But if you overdo it, you'll be crying later. Hurry up and get on. I'm not going to play along with your jokes right now. You're hurt. Stop wasting time and do what I tell you. Look at that smile on her. Amane softly leans her body against my back and grabs the shoulders of my gym uniform somewhat hesitantly. You need a better grip than that. Wrap your arms around. Get a hold of my neck.
分かったわよ。こう？
As instructed, Amane wraps her arms around my neck, pushing her breasts firmly against my back. Normally, I'd be throwing out a joke or two at this point, but this isn't the time. Sachi, I'm taking her to the infirmary. How's Michiru?
はい。みちる様は今酸素吸入中です。5分程度で回復すると思われます。
She's just taking oxygen. Okay. Michiru lies flat on the ground, limp as a beach tuna. Okay. Sachi's holding a portable can of oxygen to her mouth as we speak. I'm leaving command of the field to you. Adjust your tactics as the situation demands. Can you handle it, class representative?
はい。小峰幸いただきます。
For some reason, maybe instinctively reacting to my tone, Sachi raises a hand in salute towards me. Alright, here we go, Amane.
ごめん。
Not a problem. This isn't something you need to apologize for. I thought about that response, but ultimately decided against it. The wounded tend to grow timid towards those around them. Better to avoid wording that might make her think of herself as baggage burdening others. Don't want to increase her anxiety. I keep up a flow of communication, standard procedure to ensure the wounded don't faint out of pain. Oh my gosh. Oh my, that was a scene, alright. So, anyway guys, that'll be it for this episode of the Fruit of Grisaia. I do try to keep these relatively short since, well, I probably should be keeping videos around 30 minutes long. Although Senran Kagura just gets a bit too much fun for me to kind of want to stop. But then again, doing about hour-long playthroughs is probably what I like to do. So, I'll try to keep these around 30 minutes. So, anyway, that'll be it for this episode of the Fruit of Grisaia. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video or live stream that I do. Until then, I'll catch every single one of you guys again later on.